Here we're going to go then in association with Drift Limits, presenting the London Motor Circuit. It's our final race of the day. The senior Rotax are about to get underway. Just a few moments to retrieve some of the karts from the previous race. There's a little bit of trouble on that first lap, so just retrieving those karts from the circuit. And as the rain continues to fall, let's have a look at how they line up. So it's going to be Ryan Ward from Ethan Martin, Tristan Rennie and Lucas Ellingham in fourth, Samuel Cornwell and George Donald in sixth position on row number 3. The fourth row made up of Alexander Adams-Acton from Jack Lilly, Pearson Bullock Carter in ninth place from Peter Jurovic in 10th position, Tom Pryor and Ewan Charman in 12th place on row number 6. And we've got the 199 of Rhys Bailey, Charlie Webb, Luke Bates and Ryan Hedge in 16th position, Leo Lacastro and Ralph Youngling in 18th position. Looking a little bit further back down the field, the 25 of Morgan Hudson-Brown from Jonathan Railton, George Allen, Jack Collins on row 11, Aaron Mackay and Joe Fox in 24th place on row 12. And then we've got James Dunbar, Caitlin Seabrook, Oliver Atkinson, Reg Hayward, James Tester, Jack Spencer, and the qualifiers from the B final earlier on, Ronnie Bradley, George Hart, Luca Osman Price, and the final driver on the grid, right on cue, spins off, is the 124 of Noah Osbaldiston. So he did get through into the A final with that nose cone damage earlier on by the looks of things. Finished fifth in the B final, didn't he?
Well, no, that was Jay Pearson.
Yeah, I think so. It looks like Pearson didn't get through in the end with that nose cone by the looks of things. So Noah Osbaldiston finishing fifth in the B final, gets through. He had a bit of a spin there at the start, but nonetheless he takes his place in this, the final race of the day. So here they come round in towards the final corner now, and Ryan Ward, he would say, starting as the favourite, but again, he would say 3 or 4 drivers could be in with the possibility. Tristan Rennie, number 37, remember him in the previous heat having his moments, so looking like he could be a driver to beat as well, as they make their way out to the final corner, lining up onto the tram lines they go. Will it be a clean start? Over the line they go, and the flag stays in, looks good. Here they come into the first corner. Ryan Ward outbrakes himself, and I think has gone into the tyre barriers. Bit of trouble, bit of trading paint there further down, another spinner as well, bit of a troublesome first corner there. So Ryan Ward, one of the favourites there, pretty much outbraking himself off the circuit. I didn't see him come back on there, and it looks to me like the driver who was in form in the second heat race, Tristan Rennie, number 37, has gone away quite cleanly here and is already trying to get to work and get away at the front of the field.
I know Ryan Ward would have definitely been annoyed about that one. He kind of got on the brake and just couldn't get it stopped in time, but Samuel Cornwell has managed to make himself get himself into second place. So brilliant start by Cornwell on that MLC kart. There's the 2 Jack's Motorsport karts, Pearson Bullock Carter, Alex Adams-Acton, Lucas Ellingham just following closely behind in the top 5, but Ryan Ward has got a lot of work to do. He's just gone past on your screens, and he's actually sitting down in P19, so down 18 positions after that first lap. He's got his work cut out for him. But if he can put the laps in, I'm not surprised if we can see him back up there in a few laps' time. But Tristan Rennie, I mean, what a start it's been so far. He's showed potential in the heats, but sadly, just little incidents here and there has lost his chance of being on the front row. But Tristan Rennie,
well, he's certainly been presented with this opportunity at the start of the race. He's grabbed that and looking to take advantage here as he puts a couple of good, strong, steady laps in, leading Samuel Cornwell by just over 1 second. There's Cornwell in second, 168. Bullock Carter number 9 as the rest of the field go charging through in the rest of the top 10. So Rennie, another fastest lap of the race there, 52.1. The gap goes up to 1.7 seconds as he tries desperately to break away from this driver, number 168, Samuel Cornwell in second position, drifting cleanly through the willows, that switchback section, and the driver who got into trouble on the first corner, actually is recovering okay so far. Ryan Ward was in 17th when he crossed the line, so keeping a cool head despite that trouble on the first corner and trying to fight back as best he can. There's Cornwell in second place. There you see the graphic on your screen showing the gap, 1.7 seconds between first and second place. Lucas Ellingham just a little bit further behind in third. You can see it's getting a bit closer from behind there, but just 0.08 of a second between Ellingham and Bullock Carter. Alexander Adams-Acton also well placed, number 18. You just saw him going through there, closely followed by Jack Lilly George Donald, Ethan Martin. Didn't quite see Ryan Ward coming through there, but he's not too far behind that little group that we just focused on a moment ago. There is the 199, of course, Rhys Bailey in there. Lucas Ellingham, number 99, is making his way through the Willows. And Ryan Ward up to 16th, getting past Joe Fox. And Tristan Rennie, the gap goes up to 2.23 seconds at the front, and another fastest lap of the race. There you see the last lap, 52.04. So Tristan Rennie getting a little bit of luck at the start of the race to take the lead, but certainly taking advantage of that great opportunity.
Oh, I just saw Ethan Martin. I think he just went off. Go on your screens there. Yeah, he has. So the number 55, Ethan Martin, went into the Dan Weldon complex a bit too deep. On your screens, there's Jack Lilly, who made a late move there on Alex Adams Acton. And that sort of move is really well. You can go late on the brakes and get the car stopped by using the driver to, Make the gap for you. Make the gap for you. Otherwise, they're going to ram straight into you. George Donald on the inside of his teammate's Acton, and he makes it through. So far, so good for some of our drivers here. Lucas Ellingham in that final podium spot, all over the back of Samuel Cornwell here. Will he have a look for P2 on the road? We'll have to see in the next few minutes. But there's George Donald. He's just got past his teammate. He's going to look at Jack Lilly if he can get the power down. But so far, so good for our senior Rotax drivers.
Yeah, see they come through. So Tristan Rennie, I would say ignore the graphic on the top there with the timing chart showing Jonathan Railton is going through. I think it's a erroneous trip on the timing charts there. So you'll see the race order still as it was there, with Tristan Rennie leading from Samuel Cornwell in second, Lucas Ellingham third, Jack Lilly, Pearson, Bullock, Carter, George Donald, Adams Acton, Webb, Bailey, Charman, Luke Bate in 11th. Ryan Ward up to 12th place now after that trouble at the start. As we look at the number 9 there of Pearson, Bullock, Carter, who are just approaching half distance in this race. 5 minutes plus the 1 lap remaining as we look at the number 33, Jack Lilly, climbing up the curbs there as he goes through Derek's corner. Just trying to pivot that cart round the corner, get as much grip as he can through there as much as possible. There's number 16. George Donald still in 6th place. They make their way down the TKM straight. This is the group making up the remainder of the top 10, you would say, as they all jostle for position. Tristan Rennie now well clear. The gap going up. We'll have a look when he goes through once again.
I was just spotting on the screens. Lucas Ellingham's
in
has
trouble
got
there.
Past Samuel Cornwell. So I think that was into the last corner. Lucas Ellingham, on that MS chassis, managed to get past Sam Cornwell for P2 on the road. There's Tristan Rennie on your screens. You can just see in the back of the shot, Lucas Ellingham, the 99, made it through on the 168 there. But here's Tristan Rennie on your screens. He's had the clear road, and he's definitely used full advantage of it because he's managed to pull a gap of around 4 seconds. So in such little time, you can pull massive margins if you just get your head down and get working. But so far, so good for Tristan Rennie. She's got 4 minutes left of continuous driving in circles, and he can get his get this race completed, the final race of the day. And it's glad to see that the evening hasn't started to dawn down on us. I mean, still got some bright racing. Yeah, it's been quite a dark day, I would say, with the cloud cover, but should be hopefully getting this wrapped up very soon so that the daylight won't really be an issue for these drivers in the final race of the day. Tristan Rennie increasing the gap to 4 seconds and 51.93. Lucas Ellingham lapping at a similar pace right now, number 99, the driver we're looking at now in second position, within a few hundredths he would say, is matching the leader for pace. Samuel Cornwell in third, Jack Lilly, George Donald running at the top 5. So the race just started to settle down in terms of an order. Alexander Adams Acton still in 7th place from Charlie Webb, Rhys Bailey and Ewan Charman in 10th place. And look at your screen on the left hand side there, 11th place, number 17, Ryan Ward, coming through very well, as you saw the number 40 there of George Allen having a bit of a fight there with Leo Lecastro and Peter Durovic as the leaders make their way down into the first corner. There's number 168 of Samuel Cornwell. He's had a good steady race in 3rd place, making his way through the Willows as the marshals look on. Closing stage of the race now, as we saw in the background there, little bit of contact between, I think it was number 18 going off the course there, Alexander Adams Acton, as they exited the Willows. And you should just see on the back of the screen there, looks like Adams Acton getting back onto the course as we go back to Cornwell, making a nice smooth line through the Dan Weldon corner. 2:20 on the clock
and Samuel Cornwell trying to close up here on Lucas Ellingham. Let's have a look as he makes his way through the final Kimbolton corner, closest to the village, you would say, and over the line they go with just over 2 minutes on the clock. It's still Tristan Rennie well clear, and at the moment Cornwell is at least matching Ellingham for pace in second position. So
will Cornwell be able to try and close down the gap, or will he just have to stay where he is? I think for the meantime he's going to have to stay where he is, but I'd watch out for Jack Lilly as Ethan Martin gets a contact warning. I don't know what that was before, but Jack Lilly on the 33 car is slowly closing in on Samuel Cornwell, so whether that will mix anything up in the next minute and a half, we'll have to see. The two Jacks carts in order, George Donald and Pearson Bullet Carter, but there on your screens, that number 17 of Ryan Ward, who has drove perfectly in this race, but had that struggle at the start of the final, which meant that he had to drop off the pack. Nice move there by Alexander Adams-Acton. Sadly loses it on the exit. He just couldn't get the power down. And that was Rhys Bailey who managed to get it back in. The Scottish driver, you can see on the top of his helmet, he's got the Scottish Jacks, and Adams-Acton all over the back of him, giving a bit of a front bumper to rear bumper contact, but it was all good because both drivers are still going.
Recovering well there, actually, Alexander Adams-Acton. He went off the course on the previous lap, fighting back in with Rhys Bailey. As we move on, there is a technical flag going out a bit further down the field for the 171. That's Jonathan Railton, who's out of contention down in 29, so unfortunately will be out of the race. As we look at the number 12 there of Jack Collins, coming under a bit of pressure there from the 21 of Tom Pryor. These drivers are battling for 13th position as the leaders go through just with about 18 seconds on the clock. So we're going to go for another lap. Oh, nice little neat move there, just on the edge of the top 20.
That was a late move by Thomas Pryor. He tried to go down the inside of Jack Collins. Oh, it's actually a rear. I think that's a chain guard or a rear bumper.
Got a,
that might be a rear bumper because Thomas Pryor is actually missing. So there's like a block that attaches to the rear bumper, and it seems that he's missing.
It's a chain guard. Oh, and somebody absolutely clobbered it there. 112. It's a chain guard, I think, that's come off. The 112 absolutely clobbered it there of Ronnie Bradley in 26th place, just out of your camera shot, but I think he's okay. Well, the flag's still out, but fortunately that part has been knocked off to the edge of the track, so I'm assuming that might be the technical flag for Jonathan Railton.
And whilst that's all going on, Tristan Rennie has taken a last lap board. So Tristan Rennie, who we didn't really think, we knew he had the pace to be at the front, but we didn't think he had the chance of actually winning this final. So I mean, 4.5 seconds is a brilliant gap as well. There's Ryan Ward on your screens. It's a day of what could have been for Ryan Ward if he hadn't made that mistake at the start of the race. Here's Tristan Rennie though. He absolutely mastered that one of the heats. He drove through the field, had some problems in another heat, but still had the chance to drive through the field. Got a good starting position. He started third in the final, and all he had to do was watch Ryan Ward make that big mistake into turn one. And it's just been a brilliant race by then. And Tristan Rennie and Senior Rotax will take the win in the final here at Kimbolton. Round 3 is Tristan Rennie's, and Lucas Ellingham, 4.5 seconds later, will take the flag and come second place. Samuel Cornwell takes the final podium spot. But there's a brilliant battle here.
Quite a bit further down here with number 64. That's Jack Spencer, James Tenster, Ralph Youngling, I think, also just behind that little group there. Looking at the rest of the top 10 going through, we got George Donald, Pearson, Bullock Carter, Charlie Webb, Ryan Ward, an impressive comeback to 8th position. Ewan Charman and Alexander Adams-Acton, despite going off the course, will finish in 10th position. And there they go, charging over the line. So you've got Luke Bates, Jack Collins, Tom Pryor, Peter Jurich, Ethan Martin just going through there, just ahead of James Tenster, Ralph Youngling, Jack Spencer, George Allen and Aaron Mackay down in 22nd position. So action right the way down through the field. The last few drivers making their way off the course. Then we've got George Hart, Ronnie Bradley, despite the rather close encounter with one of the some parts of the kart there. He finishes in 26th place. Luca Osmond Price. Noah Osbaldeston, the last chance qualifier.